Greetings, travelers. I'm your ghoulish host, the C-Dot that knows a lot, Dr. Waluigi. Well, it's Halloween again, and that means all of our favorite monsters and creatures of the night come out to play. One of these creatures that we love to dress up as are witches. Witches have been a major part of Halloween for many, many years, and one of the newest witches that I happen to love comes from a video game I discovered back in 2013. This is my review of The Witch and the 100 Knight. The game was developed by Nippon Ichi Software, a Japanese company that has produced some pretty interesting series. They're mostly known for developing the Disgaea series and the Hyperdimension Neptunia series. The game's development originally began around April of 2010, but wasn't released until July of 2013 or March of 2014 for North American audiences. It was made for the PS3 and was re-released on the PS4 back in 2016. This game is like many others that use an anime style in that the game wasn't advertised a lot and many people only knew about it if you bought it off of the PlayStation Store. Hell, I only saw this game at my local GameStop one day and took a chance and bought it out of curiosity. The game received mixed reviews at the time, most of them positive for the game's story being very inspiring and unconventional, but the gameplay was glitchy and had a lot of technical issues. However, despite this, the game has garnered a cult following, which received a sequel back in 2017 for the PS4. Sadly, I haven't played it yet, but I am on my way to checking it out pretty soon. The game follows the story of the Swamp Witch of Medea named Metalia, as she begins her plans to leave the swamp she's trapped in by summoning one of the most powerful familiars in her world, known as the 100 Knight. However, he appears much weaker than he's been shown in previous stories, but Metalia still uses him to destroy swamp pillars in order to travel around the world of Medea and become the respected and powerful witch she's always dreamed of being. The game's character design was done by Takehito Harada, who has designed many other popular games for the company, including Phantom Brave and Makai Kingdom. The character designs in this game are pretty standard for this company and would look like something you'd see in any modern anime. But what makes this game stand out is the seasonal atmosphere. You can feel the summer and fall-like atmosphere in some areas with how the creators built the levels to reflect those seasons. All of the greens and oranges bring to life that Halloween aesthetic that makes this game worth playing during this time of the year. The only downside to the game's presentation is that because of how the levels are built, you can get lost and miss things you might need. I had a lot of trouble doing some of the missions because I kept getting turned around and had to retrace my steps multiple times just to finish a certain level. The gameplay is very hit or miss depending on what type of gamer you are. In the game, you control the 100 Knight, a familiar of great and terrible power. You go across the land, destroying pillars that cause your master, the Swamp Witch Metalia, to travel around the world. You do this by equipping different weapons to attack or defend yourself against the multiple enemies you come across. Much like other RPGs, you gain levels to increase your power. You can do this by fighting enemies of the different lands you travel across and trading their power for items and experience points. You can also go into different villages and raid certain buildings to get certain items to help you on your journey. However, doing this will put you at risk of getting attacked by stronger enemies as you progress through the game. The boss fights are not that much different from regular fights in the game, where you will have to judge the pattern of the enemy's attacks and then counter them. One of the ways you can do this is by equipping facets, which give you special ability increases like being able to dodge quicker or increase your strength and defense. These will help you judge how to fight a type of enemy or how to handle a certain boss, which is true for the final boss of the game as it uses every magic of the previous enemies you've fought in the game. I will say that this is a game that will test your patience and skills as an action gamer for the length and the difficulty. But I'd say that you should give this game a chance as it has some great atmosphere, a hilarious story, and lovable characters that will keep you interested in playing the game. On top of that, the music in this game is one of the best I've ever heard in a long time. It's definitely worth downloading or picking up physically. I give this game an 8 out of 10. In my opinion, one of the newest Halloween classics to fill your shelves. Thanks for watching, I'm Dr. Waluigi, and remember, don't judge a book by its cover, cause you'll never know what's inside. Good night, everyone.